In a sleek, modern office overlooking the cityscape, two automotive industry professionals, Jane and Tom, engaged in a thought-provoking discussion about the future of the industry. Surrounded by the hum of technology and innovation, they sipped their espressos and explored the impact of electric vehicles, EVs, on the automotive landscape. Their conversation was a blend of personal insights and professional forecasts, as they delved into how EVs are reshaping the future.
Tom, have you noticed the rapid shift towards electric vehicles in recent years? It seems like every major car manufacturer is jumping on the EV bandwagon.
Definitely, Jane. The pace of change is astounding. The combination of environmental concerns, advancements in technology, and supportive government policies is driving this transformation. What do you think are the biggest challenges and opportunities that come with this shift?
Question. Tom, in your experience, do you think the future of the automotive industry lies predominantly in electric vehicles, or is there still a significant role for traditional internal combustion engines, ICEs? A. Emphasize the dominance of electric vehicles, predicting a future where EVs completely replace ICEs. B. Argue that traditional internal combustion engines will still have a role, especially in certain segments and regions. C. Suggest a transitional period where both electric vehicles and ICEs coexist, gradually shifting towards a predominantly electric future.
Answer. C. Suggest a transitional period where both electric vehicles and ICEs coexist, gradually shifting towards a predominantly electric future.
Tom, I believe we are in a transitional period where both electric vehicles and traditional internal combustion engines will coexist for some time. Option C. While EVs are gaining traction rapidly, there are still significant barriers to their complete dominance, such as infrastructure challenges and the high cost of entry for many consumers. Over time, as these barriers are overcome and technology continues to improve, we will likely see a gradual shift towards a predominantly electric future.
I agree, Jane. The transition won't happen overnight. There are many factors at play, including the development of charging infrastructure and the need for advancements in battery technology.
Exactly, Tom. And let's not forget the role of policy and regulation in accelerating or slowing down this transition. Governments around the world are implementing stricter emission standards and offering incentives for EV adoption, which will certainly influence the pace of change.
Continuing their conversation, Jane and Tom explored the various factors influencing the adoption of electric vehicles, from technological advancements to regulatory changes, and how these will shape the future of the automotive industry.
Question. Jane, considering the various factors at play, do you think the future success of electric vehicles depends more on technological advancements or on policy and regulatory support? A. Support the idea that technological advancements are the primary driver, with improvements in battery life and charging infrastructure being crucial. B. Emphasize the importance of policy and regulatory support, arguing that government incentives and emissions regulations will be the key drivers. C. Advocate for a combination of both, acknowledging that both technological advancements and policy support are essential for the widespread adoption of EVs.
Answer. C. Advocate for a combination of both, acknowledging that both technological advancements and policy support are essential for the widespread adoption of EVs.
Jane, I think a combination of both technological advancements and policy support, option C, is crucial for the future success of electric vehicles. Technological advancements in battery life, charging infrastructure, and overall vehicle performance are necessary to make EVs a viable option for consumers. At the same time, policy and regulatory support can accelerate adoption by providing incentives and establishing stricter emissions standards that encourage the transition away from traditional internal combustion engines.
That makes a lot of sense, Tom. It's about creating an environment where technology can thrive and consumers feel supported in making the switch to electric vehicles.
Absolutely, Jane. It's a multifaceted approach that will ultimately drive the automotive industry towards a more sustainable future.
As their conversation progressed, Jane and Tom delved deeper into the implications of the electric vehicle revolution, discussing potential hurdles and the exciting possibilities that lie ahead for the automotive industry.
Jane, as we look towards the future, how do you see the role of traditional car manufacturers evolving? Will they lead the charge in the electric vehicle market, or will new players and startups take the forefront?
That's an interesting question, Tom. Traditional manufacturers have the advantage of established brands and resources, but startups bring innovation and agility. It will be fascinating to see how this dynamic plays out. Question. Tom, when it comes to leading the electric vehicle market, do you think traditional car manufacturers or new startups will have the upper hand? A. Emphasize the advantage of traditional car manufacturers, leveraging their established brands and resources. B. Argue that new startups will lead the market with their innovation and agility. C. Suggest a collaborative approach where traditional manufacturers and startups work together to drive the market forward.
Answer. C. Suggest a collaborative approach where traditional manufacturers and startups work together to drive the market forward.
Tom, I believe a collaborative approach, option C, is the most likely scenario. Traditional car manufacturers have the resources and established brands to scale production and distribution, while startups bring fresh ideas and innovative technologies. By working together, they can leverage each other's strengths and drive the electric vehicle market forward more effectively.
That's a great perspective, Jane. Collaboration could indeed be the key to accelerating the adoption of electric vehicles and shaping a sustainable future for the automotive industry.
Absolutely, Tom. It's about combining the best of both worlds to create a robust and dynamic market for electric vehicles.
As their discussion drew to a close, Jane and Tom reflected on the exciting potential of electric vehicles and the collaborative efforts needed to drive the automotive industry towards a sustainable future. With a sense of optimism and a clear vision for the future, Jane and Tom left the office, inspired by the possibilities and ready to contribute to the electric vehicle revolution in their own ways. Here are 5 words and phrases related to the theme of future of automotive industry.
Transitional period. The phase where both electric vehicles and traditional internal combustion engines coexist, gradually shifting towards an electric future. Technological advancements, innovations in battery life, charging infrastructure, and vehicle performance crucial for the adoption of electric vehicles.
Policy and regulatory support, government incentives and emissions regulations that drive the transition to electric vehicles. Collaborative approach, the partnership between traditional car manufacturers and startups to leverage each other's strengths and drive the market forward.
Sustainable future. The ultimate goal of the automotive industry, achieved through the widespread adoption of electric vehicles and collaborative efforts.